Let's call the meeting to order. Let's all stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have a roll call of the officers, please.
Supervisor Yuzakowski.
Here.
Treasurer Jackson.
Here.
Clerk Riddle.
Here.
Trustee Bowen.
Here.
Trustee Delia.
Here.
Trustee Ropers.
Here.
Trustee Riley.
Here. All right, we do have a couple public hearings, but before that, we do have our state representative here. So, Representative Pavlo.
I just got back from Lansing, so we got out of session just in time, so I haven't been home yet. But I just wanted to bring you up to date on a couple of things that we're working on. Today we worked on about having ID for voting, and our guys gave really good reasons for doing that. I told them that I cashed a check at the credit union and I had to produce identification to do it. So the people on the other side of the aisle did not like it. They said it's going to keep people who are registered from voting, especially women. And we said, hey, women know how to get around. They know how to fight in the military. They know how to do all of these things. So they're not going to be hampered from voting. So that was quite a rousing discussion that we had in election integrity today. I'm on the education committee, and we were just talking about education. I would like to see education across the board, the same for every student in Michigan. I don't think we should, be segregating in that area. A package of bills that I'm working on, I inherited from Andrew Beeler, who was my predecessor, and that's for safer communities. And what it is, it's a package of bills for minimum sentencing for major crimes, murder, rape, arson, things like that. Right now, they have a maximum, and a lot of the judges or prosecutors will take a look at that maximum and they'll say, oh, that's too much, 20 years of life, that's too much. And that's all they've got to go on. And so they give them a slap on the wrist, or they give them parole or whatever, and that's not right. There needs to be a minimum sentence that they can do. They need to do a year or 2 years or 5 years, depending on what the offense is. So we're working on a package of bills, and there are many, many bills. There are many, many rules and laws. The other thing that I'm working on, the Josh Conant bill. How many people remember the young man who was killed in the bar, Roche Bar? And his mother, Sandy, can't remember her last name right now, she requested that we get training for bouncers in bars so that this never happens again. And we found the training, we've written the bill, and it's stuck in committee. Representative Aragona won't bring it out. And we're meeting with him later this week in order to be able to find out why. Michigan is on a real kick to get rid of regulations. And we're getting rid of 50 regulations as far as licensing is concerned. So they don't want to add any more regulations. So we're hoping that they will make an exception, because this will save people's lives. And what I do want to mention to you was something that was very, a real great experience that I had about 2 weeks ago, and a very honor for me. I was selected as one of the people to go to the White House in DC for a White House conference, and Michigan was the first state that they had come to this conference, because we are a swing state and they really want us to have a good election coming up. And so I was honored to go there. And I won't tell you about all of the talks that we had, because we did talk to 5 different cabinet members, but I had a very moving experience. President John Quincy Adams is kind of special to me, and I've been studying him over the years and stuff like that. And he came up with a statement, results, he said, duty is ours, results is God's. And that's something that I want to bring to Lansing. And so we went into this room, it's a huge room called Statuary Hall. And Statuary Hall is where the Congress used to meet, where the House of Representatives used to meet before they built the big hall. And so they had the places marked where different presidents and different representatives had been. And I saw where his chair was. And he was an abolitionist. He fought against slavery all of his life, and he figured by the time he got to be president that he could end slavery. Well, it didn't happen. He got out of the office, and he's the only president who went back into the House of Representatives because he wanted to continue to fight against slavery. Well, he ended up dying on the floor of the House of Representatives. And I saw where his desk was, and probably the spot where he died, in the door that they carried him out. And you know, one of the people that helped carry him out and was one of his pallbearers was Abraham Lincoln. And so that made me think, you know, what we're doing here, what we're doing for the future of people, we may never see the results of what we're doing. But if we don't build the foundation right now, if we don't do what's good, clean, pure, powerful, and positive, then the next generation isn't going to have a chance. So they've got to build on what we're doing. So I've always said, in order for evil to triumph requires good people to sit back and do nothing. And now I use his statement too, duty is ours, results is God's. So my voice is failing, and it's probably failing because of this. 2 days ago, I read in 3 classrooms in East Shore, and I'm scheduled for a whole bunch more classes, so I got to kind of save my voice. But I was wondering if I left this with, if you could find a place to put it?
We can do that.
Okay. I don't know how much time you have, but if anybody has a question, I would be happy.
Well, I've got one thing for you. It's in relation to House Bills 5529, 5530, and 55.
Housing,
Yeah.
yes.
So it strips local units
Yes.
of zoning rights.
It's not going to
Yeah.
happen. I won't vote for it, but it's still in.
Still in committee?
What he's talking about is taking away local control and giving it to the state, and they can do things like lot size, they can, and the intention is good, it's to make housing cheaper, because housing is so expensive right now, but it's not the way to do it. And it's in flux, it's a lot of change, and in order to even bring it to the floor, to get it out of committee, they're gonna have to change it a lot. Because I will never vote for anything that's gonna take local control away from the townships or from the cities or anything in my district.
And not only that, it doesn't resolve the issue. I mean, we've got a lot of contractors right now that have been through planning with housing projects, and this would have done nothing to resolve that.
Yeah.
It doesn't reduce their costs in any way. I mean, they're paying a lot just to put in
Yeah.
infrastructure, they're paying a lot for labor, paying a lot for materials. You know, and none of the bills that are proposed resolve those issues to reduce the price of housing in any way, shape, or form. So these houses are gonna be starter houses, they're gonna go for like $300,000. And it's because all the material costs and the labor costs and regulation costs, just to get to that point, are excessive.
My staffers did a lot of digging on that today, and they shared some things with me, and apparently they're even thinking about hauling in, manufactured homes or mobile homes on wheels. That just isn't gonna happen, so, we're not gonna support that. Yeah,
So one of the things too, it said campers, like motorhomes, could go on any lot, but yet they outlawed people camping in the parking rights.
yeah.
And ever since, like, you probably drive by the one in Marysville,
I
kind
do.
of right there.
I was gonna stop.
That
in there and see
camper
it.
has been there since the day they reopened that after they threw the other 6 out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but
I had something.
Anything else?
I've got something,
Behind
Joe.
Right behind you there.
I just wanted to say I appreciate you keep showing up and letting us know what's going on.
Well, that's.
It means a lot, 'cause-
That's what I see my job as, and you know what?
Thank you.
The reason I'm doing this is I love people. I love meeting you guys, and I feel comfortable here, and you never kick me out when I come in, like, no places. No, they don't kick me out.
Well, the first 2 things you said you talked on today,
Yeah,
boy, am I behind that. That's good.
Yeah,
That's
good.
good.
And I need to hear from you. I thought I would be hearing more from people. I thought.
I call you pretty often.
All the time. But most of you probably call my office and you talk to Jediah,
Yep.
and he handles a lot of that stuff. And I say, Jediah, I want to talk to the people. Let me know.
You need another card.
You
I
get
do.
tired?
Yeah, I do. I can't tell you where the other one is.
Yeah.
Maybe I sold it. I don't know.
It's in there somewhere.
That's in here. I got it in there.
Well,
There you go.
okay, thanks, Joe.
Anybody else want one?
I still have one.
Okay.
He's in my speed.
Call my office. Ever okay, Nancy, come over and see me. I feel like the maintain repairman over there. Nobody comes to see me. And I would love to be able to benefit you on the house before. Any other questions?
All right,
If you don't mind, I'm gonna leave and go home and get something to eat.
all right, sounds good. Thank you for stopping in.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, we're going to move on to the public hearing, so we need a motion to open the public hearing for the budget and for the public hearing on the park development.
I'll make the motion that we open the public meeting for the budget and the parks.
I'll support.
All right, we have a motion, we have support. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? There are none. So now it's up to you. If you want to comment on either the budget or the park development, we'd be glad to take those comments at this time. Yep, go ahead. Yeah,
Eric Zobel, 322 Eileen Avenue. I put my name down on a thing because I wasn't sure how that was supposed to work, but in regards to the budget, just kind of bringing up a point that I brought up at the last meeting in regards to the website. I really feel like it could use some help, and I'm looking through the budget there, everything. By the way, let me back up and say the overview you put together here was very good and very informative, and as a whole, I think the budget looks really good, but just going through there, I'm not quite sure where the website services would fall, other than maybe under the appropriations section there, under the computer services or something?
yeah, it would probably be under professional services.
Okay,
And that would go along with our IT services, so when we get that thing all sorted out, we can kind of address that hopefully at the same time.
okay. Yeah, I figured it was probably one of those couple line items in there, but it didn't look like there was like any increases or anything, so I didn't really know if it was something that was truly being heard
Yep.
and gonna be addressed or not.
Okay,
All right, thank you.
thank you. Other comments?
Can I comment?
Absolutely, yes.
So, for the parks, I was wondering if there was any way we could somehow have just a small budget for like beautification, like flowers and for, once we get the kayak place going and stuff, maybe, a couple trees or something. We spent an extra $2,800 at the park this year by leaving the porta-johns there all year. And-
Yeah, and we didn't, originally we were gonna have, we did keep the park open all winter long, so I don't know
Yeah.
that many people used it, but that's the first time we've done that. We thought we might have to keep somebody on, so we didn't keep Dave on the whole time. So we did reduce a lot of the labor costs that we had anticipated. So we could probably shift some of that into
Not a
into
lot,
that. Yeah.
just, whatever you can scrape up.
We are going to have to make some changes, so there's been some changes to elections. The election tabulating machines are going out, or have they gone out for bid, or they did go out for bid, do you
They're
know?
out for bid right now.
So we're gonna have to get new election tabulating machines. Whether the state's gonna pay for that or not, we have no idea, but they run about 15,000 apiece. So we're gonna have to make some modifications to accommodate for that. Haven't made those yet. I have to look at them tomorrow and see what we can move around to get that to work.
Do we get money back for the ones sitting there?
No, no. I mean, I would anticipate that the state is going to come up with some funding of some sort. I just don't know. At this point, we're going to have to buy them.
We need
The
four.
question-
We need four.
We need 5.
Five, yeah.
There's 5 precincts.
What's,
Well, you have the
Technically-
absentee ballot.
Oh,
Technically, currently, we have 6, but I'm trying to bring it down to 5. I can't go any lower than that.
what changes are they making?
They're changing the vendor for the voting machines. So. All right, any other comments? We can leave the hearing open and then close it later. So if at some point in time you think of a question that you might have related to either the park development or the budget, please feel free to, I don't know, jump up and down, hoot and holler, do something. Just signal me somehow, and we'll recognize you and have you come up, okay? All right, moving on to the agenda. Anyone have any changes or corrections to the agenda? Seeing none, we'll entertain a motion to approve the agenda as printed.
I would,
go ahead. I'll
yeah,
support it.
okay, I would move.
All right, motion by trustee Riley, support by trustee Deland. Any further discussion on that? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? There are none, that motion carries. Moving on to the presentation of the minutes from the February 17th meeting.
I got a correction maybe. On page 2,
Okay,
down toward the bottom, it's under Gary's comment there. It's, the supervisor stated he did send a letter, no parting the property. Maybe it should be dividing. We talked about,
Yep,
I think they
yeah.
wanted to buy a piece of it for that driveway, that maybe it would be better if we put dividing instead of parting.
okay.
That's all I have.
Anyone else have corrections? All right, seeing none, we'll entertain a motion to approve as amended.
I'll make the motion to approve the minutes as amended.
Motion by trustee Bowen, do we have support?
I'll support.
Support by trustee Deland. Any further discussion on that? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? There are none, that motion carries. Moving on to the consent agenda. We have disbursements today totaling $1,663,531.22.
I have a couple questions on that. On page 9, there's a, action. It's not action 9 of the budget, it's, anyway, there was something on there for project control.
Okay.
I just, there was a couple different ones. But I was just wondering what the project control was on page 9.
That's our engineers, so,
That is the engineer.
yeah, I'm not sure which of those projects it is that this billing was for, off the top of my head, but if it's for the special assessment district, that'll be paid for through the special assessment. But I'm not sure which of these items it is off the top of my head.
Okay, and then on page 13, there is, up at the top in the first part for general fund, transfer out to special assessment and transfer in from the water fund, 535,000.
Yeah, that was prior to, I mean, this had to be, I don't know, 25 years ago. None of us were in office at the time, but they borrowed money from the water fund to pay for this building. And so that's a
Oh.
payment back to the water fund.
Oh, okay. I do remember that, we
Actually, I was
talking
on
about
board
that,
with
not
that.
actually when it
Were you really?
happened.
Yes. Shut up.
That's been paid
It's
off
like
for a
this.
couple of years, 3 years.
Okay, that's all I have.
All right, any other questions on that? All right, do we have a motion to receive and file reports and pay those disbursements?
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda in the amount of $1,663,531.22. Pay the bills and file.
All right, we have a motion by Treasurer Jackson. Do we have support?
I'll support.
Support by Trustee Bowen. Any further discussion? Roll call on that, please.
Treasurer Jackson.
Yes.
Trustee Bowen.
Yes.
Supervisor Zakowski.
Yes.
Clerk Gribble.
Yes.
Trustee Deland.
Yes.
Trustee Lopers.
Yes.
Trustee Riley.
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right, next up, we have our boards and commissions. We have one, it's just a road commission meeting from February 5th. Questions or comments on that?
I have a question about that. Their capital outlay, they're gonna buy their own back truck. Does that benefit us any?
Nope.
No. I don't, what do they back? What do they do? Like county roads or, I mean, it doesn't benefit us at all.
I know they were doing some work on a ditch today, and they were using a back truck, so I'm not sure what all they use it for, though.
Here's a question. So, like when we did the water main break, the county having a back truck, is that something that townships or cities would be able to use now?
Oh, to get.
We had to bring it back.
Oh, okay. So,
All right, other questions on that? All right, do we have a motion to receive and file?
I'll make the motion that we receive and file the county road commission minutes.
Motion by Trustee Deland. Do we have support?
I'll support.
Support by Trustee Bowen. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? There are none. That motion carries. Any public comment tonight?
Yes. It's good stuff.
Great.
Hello again. It's so nice to see everyone. I think the last time I saw you was this past summer. For those who don't know me, I'm the branch lead over at the G-Link Kimball Library just around the corner, and I've come to extend a thank you. Those of us at the G-Link Kimball Library in the St. Clair County Library System would like to say thank you to the Kimball Township for the timely and prompt response to this year's winter snowfall with the plowing, shoveling, and salting of our parking lot. We have a lot of older patrons that frequent our location, and the work of DPW has helped make traversing from car to front door a more safe experience for all those that come to visit us and use our facilities. We would also like to say thank you for the repairing and reinstallment of our overhead lights throughout the library. We service many patrons with low sight and limited visibility, and the new brighter lights help alleviate the darkness between our bookshelves and provide a more welcoming environment for the public. Finally, thank you for repairing the chain links on our flagpole. We received word from the fire hall that one of the links had broken, and they rescued our American flag before it flew away. When I made the call, DPW was swift with fixing things, and we were able to raise our flag soon after. Patrons have expressed appreciation for all of these repairs and maintenance, and we at the library look forward to any more future collaborations between the library and Kimball Township. Thank you.
Thank you. Glad we could help you out, and we appreciate the compliment. We'll be sure to share it with our DPW as well.
Yes, you guys have taken really good care of us, so I came here to express our gratitude. We're all very thankful. And
Good.
also I brought snacks, they're on the table.
Any other public comment tonight? All right, moving on to new business. We have a few of them. On page 38, we have our yearly work orders from the Road Commission for gravel and chloride. The first one is for the gravel haul. That total would be $187,801.60. We will have about $63,000 in match money that we'll be able to put towards that as well, so that should reduce that down to 120 something. And then after that, we have two orders for chloride. Those are both $26,500. We for sure will use the one after we do the gravel haul. We do one of those, and then if we need the second one in the end of the year, we use the second one. Questions or comments on those?
What roads are getting gravel this year, north and south? Or
Yeah, I believe it's north and south.
north and south this year? Do you want motions separately?
Yeah, we should do them separately.
I'll I'll make the motion that we approve the $187,801.60 for the gravel haul.
All right, motion by trustee Deland, do we have support?
I'll support.
Support by trustee Lokers. Any further discussion on that? Roll call on that, please.
Trustee Deland,
Yes.
trustee Lopers,
Yes.
supervisor Guzekowski,
Yes.
treasurer Jackson,
Yes.
clerk Rubel,
Yes.
trustee Bowen,
Yes.
trustee Riley.
Yes.
Motion carries.
I think we could do the chlorides together.
All right, and I'll make the motion that we approve the $26,500 for each chloride treatment.
All right, motion by trustee Deland, do we have support for that?
I'll support.
Support by trustee Bowen. Any further discussion on that? All right, roll call, please.
Trustee Deland,
Yes.
trustee Bowen,
Yes.
supervisor Guzekowski,
Yes.
treasurer Jackson,
Yes.
clerk Rubel,
Yes.
trustee Lopers,
Yes.
trustee Riley.
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right, moving on to our UHY agreement. Clerk Rubel, you had that one. Do you want to add anything to that?
No.
I do think we should set a cap on that. We did not do that the last time, but I do think we should set a cap. They do come in at the end of the year and help us close out our books, which is something we've been doing probably for, I want to say probably 10 years. It's made our audit go a lot smoother. So that would be, I'm thinking, I don't have a number in mind, maybe 5,000, and then if we have to come back for more, we would have to come back for more, but,
Is that all we're having them for? Because I see here it says reconciling bank accounts, cash disbursement, utility billing, T&A bank accounts. Is that just? for-
well, that's part of the normal closing process, so they're just gonna make sure that those bank reconciliations are done and completed in there. They're gonna make some year-end entries, that sort of thing.
It just seems like we've spent an awful lot of money with them this year.
We did, and hopefully, I mean, they gave us 6 suggestions to fix that. And so I think we had, Treasurer Jackson, you've implemented all of those, or most of those, or?
The only one that we've lost our payroll account. There's numbers that the clerk department has to put in. They created those in the GL, but they haven't gotten put in, so.
Okay.
But other than that, as far as reconciling goes, I'm sure it should be much easier, but I wouldn't want to pay anybody $325 an hour to reconcile any bank account, because they
Right.
can take as long as they want, and that figure's going to go up and up and up. And we got a bookkeeper that would take him 10 hours to be $325.
Right.
So I don't want them to be used in anything other than to get the books ready for the auditors.
I can agree with that.
I would agree with that.
Okay. All right, any other discussion on that? All right, do we have a motion on that?
I'll make a motion to bring UHY on board to get the books ready for the audit, but no more than that.
Do we
At-
mention a cap
We
with
want a
that?
dollar amount on there.
What's that?
We need a dollar amount on there.
With a limit of $6,000.
I'll support that.
All right, we have a motion by Treasurer Jackson, supported by Trustee Deland. Any further discussion on that? Roll call on that, please.
Treasurer Jackson,
Yes.
trustee Deland,
Yes.
supervisor Guzekowski,
Yes.
clerk Rubel,
No.
trustee Bowen,
Yes.
trustee Lopers,
Yes.
trustee Riley.
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right, we still have the public meetings open. Did anyone, another opportunity for everyone to comment on the, either the parks development or the budget? So I did give you a preliminary drawing of the proposed development. We are making a couple changes to that. I just haven't gotten them back yet. Number one, we're adding a 16-foot pavilion. I don't know exactly where we're gonna put it yet. And then we're also changing the parking lot a little bit. When I talked with PCE last week, we decided to add some different parking that would allow for a trailer. So if someone trailered in kayaks, there would be room for them to park. So we're gonna add that and add the pavilion. I don't have that back yet, and I don't have the cost back yet, but the approach would be paved. The road going down to the lot would not be paved, it would be gravel. And then that lot would be paved along with the path from the parking lot to the kayak launch.
I have a question.
Mhm.
So, I don't know if it would be our responsibility or not, but that road is narrow. North River Road or North Road. and
Yep.
stuff.
Mhm.
Will there be like a turn lane, it's kind of.
You know, that's gonna kind of be up to the road commission, and the
Yeah.
thought from PCE was that we probably wouldn't have to have one because it's far enough away from the intersection with Wadham, so they're thinking that we would not have to have one there, a deceleration lane or anything like that.
Okay, and another thing, gravel compared to like asphalt millings.
Mhm.
Maybe check the difference in price, because like gravel seems to kind of just keep sinking, and a lot of like the millings will set
Yeah.
up a little better.
Yeah, we can do that.
I'd have to agree with that. I think that would be better. Over time,
Over
that
time,
gravel would turn into a mess.
like our roads.
Actually, is, you go down about a foot, you're in beach sand, so,
Over there,
yes.
so the gravel would always be going down.
No, it should hold up better, because they
Oh, you
put
think it would
sand
be?
in the highways,
Mhm.
and then gravel,
Oh.
and then they put the cement on top of that.
Okay,
That's
So
where
I-
you get all these ponds along the expressways from
yeah.
digging out sand.
Okay.
Can I,
Yep.
sorry, just a thought, accessible, is there fishing down there? You can fish, like an accessible fishing dock? I know personally, I enjoy those at parks. Just a thought.
Okay. Can I add that on here? Yep.
You have fish, I'm not sure you'd want to eat the fish from the water.
Well, catch and release.
Other comments?
Yeah, the only one I had, and I've had it before, is that the one that Portland Township did years ago, it turned into be something nicer than they even thought it was gonna be. And looking at what they done, and people going down with the lunch and everything, to have us put something like that out there, I think is a great idea.
Any other comments, anybody? So we'll have some, we have to, our application for the grants are due April 1st, so we'll have some preliminary numbers at the next meeting, along with a resolution to support that, and a funding vehicle for our portion if we decide to match or do anything like that. The more we can match, the better we can score on the application, so that does make a difference, so. Any other comments?
While we have people in the audience, were you thinking about a park committee, maybe?
I would love a park committee. I mean, if there's people here that are interested in it,
Ideas?
be glad to, if you're interested, just leave your name with the deputy clerk over there, and she can record that, and we can get your interest. All right, if there's no other comments, I'd like to close the public hearings. And then we will move on to officers' reports. Yes. Okay, yep.
So, our water two, the new one, it's ready to go back, is ready to go in service. What I want to do with the old one is put it up for bid. So I just need proof from this board to move forward with that.
So it is our responsibility as a board to dispose of assets like that. So we would be the one to, excuse me, authorize Chief Gratz to do that.
I'll make the motion that we let Chief Gratz, just put the
I'd support that.
fire engine up for bid.
Old, yeah, oh, I'd just say old water truck.
Old water truck.
Do we know what they go for, or is this auction based?
It's bid, so it's, we got to send in a bid, I forgot what the actual term is for. Actually, with the age on that truck, I don't think we're gonna get much out of it. I've tried to use it as a trade-in, the trade-in cost was, we'd probably get lucky to get a little more money than they're gonna give us trade-in. The only thing we got going for us is there's no newer ignition systems on it, so.
Maybe a collector will buy it.
I don't know if they want it, but,
Somebody
but I just need a motion to move forward with that, so.
All right, so we did have a motion by trustee Deland, and we had a support by trustee Riley. Any further discussion on that? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, you're all set on that.
Thank you.
I move on to officers' reports. We did have a road commission meeting last Thursday. The new road preservation program is going to be very helpful, I believe, for us. So we have 5 roads that are going to get resurfaced. 4 of them are in the old section of Castlewood Estates. That's Eastwood, Harwood, I want to say Lorewood, and I can't remember the other one. And then also Omar off of Griswold is going to be resurfaced. So that'll all happen this year. The road commission is also finishing Griswold all the way out to Sparling Road, so that'll be done this year. So quite a bit of activity going on within Kimball, along with the project that we paid half of, which is Atkins Road. So that'll all be going on. And then again, I want to encourage you, and I'm glad Representative Pavlo was here, to pay attention to the those bills that were introduced related to housing. Again, it's just weird to me because this doesn't do anything to solve the issue. And, we can tell because we have housing developments here, and the challenge is not, it's not the size of the lot. The challenge is really the cost to put something like that together. And no developer is going to build a house and then lose money. So if you want to make housing more affordable, then make it cost less for the developer to do it. Reduce your regulations, find ways of reducing labor, some other things other than what we're doing, which is going to do absolutely nothing, changing zoning. So, but I would encourage you, stay in touch with our representatives, even call the ones that aren't our representatives that you do know, and just stay in touch with them and make sure that, I believe most of our area representatives are supportive of our position. But I'll do what I did with the solar. I'll reach out to people and I'll get stupid responses. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm being very serious. You will just get stupid responses because you try to share some logic, and instead of getting logic back, you just get a ridiculous response. And it's pretty disappointing that, some of the representatives that are sitting on these committees, encouraging them to move forward, don't want to have a dialogue with you about what is and what isn't going to work. I agree, let's make it work, but the path that you're taking, it doesn't, that's not it. That's not what's going to work, so. That's all I've got. All right, we'll move on to Clerk Rubel.
Nothing.
Treasurer Jackson?
Okay, I don't know how many of you goes into Kimball Talks, but there was a lot of things in there about taxes and how much money Kimball's getting out of all these taxes. Well, I'm just gonna throw some figures at you. Not a lot of them. There's 6 pages if you want them all. But anyway, we collect the summer and winter taxes. Right now, we've collected $11,121,317.59. Now, just so everybody understands, township operating millage only brings us back $245,947.54. We will get from the county on the delinquent taxes, we will get $265,516.65. Yes, we have a fire millage. That, the county, when they pay us after I get everything balanced, which I'm in the middle of right now, will bring us $533,624.22. Right now, we're at $494,293.36. The fire department, as I went through the figures a little while ago, is running about $920,000 this year, based on a new truck we got, with the payments for that truck. So that's telling you that we got all the money to pay for what the costs are. Streetlights, they're on the taxes. We primarily bill out what it is to cover the electricity. And to get 96,000, this is odd that this figure came up, but $96,777.77, which the county will pay us the rest, the difference between that and $91,433.37, which we have collected. Now, the only other thing on the taxes we get is administration fee for having 2 or 3 people or 4 working the counter. And that, we will get $115,528.70, which $108,812.59 has been collected. And we're at a 93.7% collection right now. Everything's gone to the county. I haven't sent the real file. I've sent the temporary file to them. I'm balancing, like I said, the figures right now, and what I've done today so far is matched what's been distributed. Anyway, we'll get to any questions on any of that? Just so, of $11 million, Kimball Township does not get a whole lot. So you're talking senior citizens, libraries. Libraries alone, let's see what we got here. We got $397,607 we collected for the library. And when we get done, that'll be $429,247.23. So at parks, we get, I think we get about 38,000, I don't know. The parks we've collected, for all the parks in St. Clair County, we've collected $163,800.55. That's where these funds go. They don't go to all the Kimball Township. So I don't expect to go in Kimball Talks tomorrow and say, well, I was enlightened by this, but, you know, that is the case. Take a look at what the taxes do for you, not the amount of them, because it's there to help people of this township more than it is to take it out of your pocket. So, anyway, our cash distribution account right now is sitting at $1,817,938.77. Check distribution account, which is a new one we've set up, so anytime a check doesn't go through our check machine, it will go in this account to go into with the other checks to help with the reconciling. There's only $1,274.42 there because myself or my deputy transfers those funds to the other respective accounts where that money has to go. You have a public funds savings account that was set up for Grace Memorial Assisted Living Home, still got a balance of $18,602.98 in it. Tax account right now has $1,674,816.72. I'm in the process of getting rid of about $500,000 more of that. So trust and agency, which is the performance bond account, which the people put up for do something while they're building their house. They have to put up a bond and they're able to do some things on the property while their house is being built. And payroll, $92,768.81. The utility account, which is water and sewer account, $1,067,187.24. We have 4 CDs out in the market. They're North Star, we have 2 there. The first one's $273,358.79. The second one's $254,942.52. We've gone to a 3-month CD set up with Tri-County. We picked up close to $2,500 in that 3 months. off of $277,005.82 is what is in there. We put in $274,583.47. Adfia, which is a general fund account or cash distribution account, setting at $105,341.12. Total amount of funds available in case we have to have money in our hand without going out and selling bonds is $5,583,537.19. That's all I have.
Trustee Deland?
I've got nothing tonight.
Trustee Bowen?
I just wanted to say that there was some confusion on the grants that we received for that kayak thing. People on Facebook were saying that they didn't understand why we weren't using it for water mains and infrastructure, but it was a DNR grant for that, so.
Yeah, that grant money is definitely not for that. And
Yeah,
it's the same thing with like the millage money that we get for parks. We're limited on its use. Fire millage money, we're limited on its use. I mean, there are a lot of restricted funds that we deal with, and those are one of them. We are applying for congressional discretionary funding on sewer project, just so everyone is aware. I think we're going to apply through Gary Peters' office, which we've done before, but this would be for a sewer force main. And that's in the area of $2 million. So we are looking and always looking for monies to offset costs in water and sewer. One of the challenges is we're not a disadvantaged community, so to speak, so that limits us on what we can receive. When we got the grant for the project out in Smiths Creek, we had to do something that they don't allow anymore, but they allowed us to do an income survey of the residents that were impacted by that project. That was incredibly difficult because people, they don't want to give you their income information. But because they eventually all did, we were able to get $1 million grant. However, they don't do that any longer. So, we don't qualify for as many grants as I would like us to be able to. But, yeah, that is a great point. I did see some of that.
yeah. That's all I have.
Trustee Riley?
I've got just something I like to bounce off. Wasn't done while I've been on here, but trash pickup. If you look at every day, every week, there's all kinds of different trash vehicles go up and down our roads. And I'm thinking some of them are gotta be more expensive than others. Maybe they're buddies, that's why they're doing it. I don't think so. I think it's a case of economics. And I'm wondering if it would be good for people to have an opportunity to, if we was to put it out for bid for the whole township, maybe we could save some money, or the people could save some money individually. I don't know if it's fact or not, but I think there's some townships and some cities use one person or not one person, but one group to do it. And I'm just wondering, it's been a long time, I understand, since we've had that done. And whether people would like it or not, I don't know, but if we could save some money for the taxpayers in this township, I think it'd be a good idea to at least look at it.
I'm open to that. Since I've been in office, we've twice held public hearings related to trash collection. And this meeting room was standing room only. We were out in the hallways. And we had the sheriff's department here just in case, because people were getting pretty riled up about that. So I'm open to doing it. So if we want to do it, we can certainly do that. Have a public hearing on it as well, and then see where people want to go. I would certainly be open to that.
Are you suggesting that we just, because we don't contract with them, the individuals do their own. You're not suggesting that we do it like everybody gets it and it goes on their taxes? Or you're just going to see if we can get
Actually,
one company to bid the whole?
Yeah, I wasn't looking at how we're gonna pay for it. What I was looking at is if if it's charging you so much and me so much individually, if, sometimes you go a little bigger, you get a little cheaper. And not always, but I'm just thinking of, could we save the taxpayers money? And whether we collect it on the taxes or they pay monthly, I'm not trying to get into that right now. But I do think that there's maybe a possibility of going into, like some other townships and cities have done, instead of having all these different vehicles going up and down at different prices, et cetera, and that. I'm just wondering if it might be good for our people, is what I'm looking.
Okay. We can certainly take a look at that.
Huh?
We can certainly take a look at
Okay.
that. Anything else, trustee Riley?
No, thank you.
Trustee Lokers?
I'd like to respond to Tom. I mean, if you want a good experience of how the city of Marysville and Port Huron residents feel about Ontario, just ask them. They are not happy with that company. And I think it's an incredible bite for any company to take off and decide they're gonna take on an whole community. I know I have some friends that work for Ontario, and when the city of Port Huron had to raise their rates because Ontario raised the rates, the sole purpose of Ontario raising the rates was just to install cameras. So they basically enhanced their fleet at the cost of taxpayers.
Yeah.
That's tough. I know, like Rob said, city of Port Huron that was a really rough city meeting. People were considering getting dumpster service because they weren't willing to do that, so.
Well, I'm bringing it up only to see if we could
Sure.
save money for the people. And if it doesn't work out, fine.
Yeah.
You know, but that's what I was just aiming at, trying
Yeah.
to help people with their expenses. God knows we've got enough problems with expenses. Everybody.
Yep.
We had a really good planning commission meeting. I think we are moving forward with those two projects over on Allen.
Okay,
Mr. Folsky stopped back by. It was good to see him.
good.
I think we'd like to see that project move along.
Yeah.
And then my only issue with one of the projects over on Wadhams and Griswold, and it's just because it's a safety issue, and I brought this up years ago with Mr. Body. Having so many driveways on such a busy road, I think is just an issue. People are trying to back out of their driveway. And the phase one of what Mr. Telltale wants to do, he wants to have 8 drives that close to a busy intersection. I think it'll just cause safety concerns, especially early in the morning. So that'll be my vote. I'm not gonna be voting for having 8 driveways that close to an intersection. If it's gonna be a subdivision, then it should be a subdivision.
Right.
Subdivisions have interior access to the drives, so that'll be my qualm with that whole project, so. just
Did you want to
because-
touch on you had a good idea for a resolution that you.
Yeah, so with all the rise in data centers, I've had 2 residents reach out to me. One in particular was Joy Torello, and she was just concerned, and everybody knows we don't have the water supply to uphold any data center, but she was like, would you mind if I wrote up a moratorium just to have it freestanding, that this is our stance as a community? I said, absolutely, I'll propose it. And so she was excited about that because she wants to be involved. And just like Joe Pavlov, it's great to see our representatives
Yeah, for
want to
sure.
be involved and, voice their opinion. When I was talking to Joy, though, she expressed to me, and Interstate's a big company, so I don't know if something fell through. She expressed to me that her husband's company put the road in over on Ravenswood for Interstate. And she said she still hasn't been paid. And I said, well, I'll reach out to Neil. And I reached out to Neil and I said, hey, I don't know who dropped the ball, but just let Greg know that being so fresh in the community, own 3
Yeah.
properties, let's get this paid. So, and Neil said they'll be taken care of, so.
Good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll bring back that resolution at the next meeting.
Super.
For that, so.
Thank you.
All right, anything else, trustee Lokers?
That's it.
All right, anyone have anything else?
Yeah, I just want to, I know you had enough figures already, but just so if you put 2 and 2 together, you might not see how far that money goes. what I was meant to put in there was revenue sharing that we get from the state of Michigan out of sales tax, which right now is $876,000. And then the water and sewer fund more or less takes care of itself by revenue coming in, and expenditures are covered with that revenue from your water and sewer bills, which is up in the, could be close to $2 million.
We skipped our new, tri-county millage too. For the ambulance service up there. Did you have a figure on that or no?
Yeah, that's in there too. That was 400 and some thousand dollars.
All right, if there's nothing else, we'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a
I'd so move.
Motion by trustee Riley, so do we have support?
I'll support.
Support by trustee Bowen. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Any opposed? There are none, we are adjourned.